Here you can see a banner ad for Slack. Okay, here you can see Betterment.com running an ad. Okay, so this looks like an ad that is on YouTube. So because you can see after a few seconds, you can skip the ad. Okay, so here's a video ad, here's an image ad, here's a text ad. So depending on what platform you advertise on, you have an option on what type of asset you want to use. You know, the one thing I like about Facebook is they offer up a multitude of options in terms of assets. So you can run a single image ad, you can run a carousel, meaning you got multiple images, you can run a video, you can run a combination video image, you can obviously run text, okay, with a thumbnail. So you have a lot of options in terms of the type of ad you can run. So before we move into our next channel, let me just show you an example of how an ad actually looks on a particular website. So here you can see I'm on BuzzFeedNews.com. Okay, here you can see Volkswagen Golf is running an advertisement in Spanish on this particular site. So they're either using Google or some other platform and having that platform, if it's Google, post their ad on this particular site. So here you can see it's a banner ad. And if we're in Google Ads and you're setting up a text ad, let me just run through you what that text ad looks like. Remember, you want to always take advantage of what's offered to you, because especially text ads, you have very few characters, and with very few characters, it's hard to get your message across. So with Google, you have your final URL, which is where people are going to go to after they click on your ad, but you have not one, not two, but 3 headlines that you can take advantage of. So if we're talking about help end child hunger, help today, you can always add in, visit our website for more info. I mean, you want to take advantage of what's available to you. Now, again, here you can see in this example, I'm only allotted 30 characters. And so if you go over, then your ad's not going to get approved. So you really have to be cognizant of the character counts and getting your point across, because writing text ads is not the easiest thing to do when you're limited to characters. Now, with Google, you have what they call display paths. So after the domain, you can add in a couple of keywords in there. And then you have description line 1 and description line 2. So again, take advantage of what's available. If you're not sure what copy to write, grab some from the website and paste it in there. You want your ads to be healthy and to have as much information as possible. And then the one thing I will say about Google Ads is they also have extensions. So extensions are exactly that. They're extensions to your text ad. So here you can see I have 4 extensions. These are actually site links. So Google Ads offers up something called ad extensions. So it could be call outs, site links, it could be location extensions, app extensions. They have a number of different extensions that they can append to your ad. So take advantage of that as well. Remember, the whole point of ads is to make a compelling case for your product or service so that somebody can click on the ad and go to your website and then perform the action you want them to perform. Now, if you have any more questions about Google Ads, feel free to check out our in-depth video about Google Ads. It covers everything A to Z on Google Ads. We also have videos on our Simply Learn YouTube playlist for Facebook, Twitter, social media marketing. So if you're curious to know a little bit more about search engine marketing, check out any one of these videos that we have listed on our YouTube channel. Okay, so let's move over to affiliate marketing now. And so with affiliate marketing, really it's interesting and unique in that affiliate marketing involves paying out commissions. And who are you paying commissions to? Well, you're paying commissions to website owners or publishers or people who have websites with lots of content or people who have websites that attract a lot of users. And so the whole point is you want to be able to find those websites to advertise your product or service. Okay, these people who are selling your product or service on your behalf are going to get commissioned or incentivized based on whatever action you put out there. So it could be registrations, just getting your affiliates to help you with getting people registered, or signing up for your email, or for a lot of you, conversions. You're trying to sell a product, so you want help in selling that product. or it could be subscriptions, okay, signing up to something. Okay, so you determine what it is you want to incentivize your affiliates for. You also determine how much you're going to incentivize them. And that's the great thing about affiliate marketing. It's no different than having a sales team to support you. What are the steps for affiliate marketing? Well, you need to find a platform. There are lots of different affiliate platforms out there. Commission Junction or CJ.com comes to mind, because these platforms are going to help you find these affiliates or partners. Okay, so they're the broker in all this. And so once you set up your platform, you're going to establish rules, guidelines, post images and banners and assets for those affiliates to use on their websites. And more importantly, again, you're going to establish the commission. So the commission doesn't have to be the same for all affiliates. It could simply be, your top affiliates get a higher commission as opposed to just some other affiliates who get a starting commission. You establish everything on the platform, the affiliate platform that you choose. Now, affiliates apply to advertise on your behalf. So they're going to say, hey, I'm interested in selling your product or service. So you're going to use that platform, if it's Commission Junction, to approve or disapprove the affiliate's request to advertise on your behalf. And really what you want to try and do is leverage the platform as best as you can. A lot of these affiliates are out to make money, and some of them are really good. You need to be able to choose the affiliate that is going to represent your brand, product, or service the best. So it's simple. Customer clicks on an ad or link, okay, on that affiliate website, and they go to your website and they perform an action. So that could be a purchase, a registration, a subscription, a download, an email sign up. You determine that. And the great thing is these affiliate networks, the CJs, Commission Junctions of the world will record everything. They're tracking not only traffic from the affiliate website to your website, but they're also tracking the conversions. The transaction is validated and credited to the affiliate by the broker. And then the affiliate is paid his or her commission. So that's how it works. So the more the affiliate sells or converts on your behalf, the more they're going to make. And that's the beauty of the affiliate network. So here's an example of affiliate marketing. Okay, here you could see an advertisement here. Okay, so you could see profit from our experience. Earn up to 12% advertising fees with a trusted e-commerce list leader. So somebody clicks on that link, joins, and then this person is going to get a commission based on somebody joining for free. Again, I mentioned Commission Junction. There are also some other affiliate marketing tools out there. Amazon Associates, AWin, Trade Doubler, Max Bounty. I mean, there's a lot out there. CJ.com is the one I've used in the past, but give some of these other platforms a chance. Okay, it doesn't hurt to even be on multiple platforms. You have nothing to lose. Okay, when you're on a platform, basically the platform again is acting as the middle person. They're introducing you to affiliates. And so every time you actually pay an affiliate a commission, they're going to get their cut of it. So they're going to get a small percentage as well. So just keep that in mind, but give it a try. Try one or two of these affiliates. If you find you're getting quality affiliates that are selling your product or service, great. If you don't, then, feel free to change, affiliate networks. It's that simple. But the key here is find the affiliates you think are going to best represent your brand, product, or service, because those affiliates are likely going to be the ones to convert for you. And if you're a small business starting out and you need some help, affiliate marketing is the way to go. Okay, let's move over to native advertising. Okay, so native advertising. So native advertisement means that your ad is showing up next to content that basically naturally fits. So these are advertisements that are featured on a platform alongside the content, okay, that isn't paid for. Okay, so for example, here you can see a paid post. Okay, this is by Spotify. Okay, this paid post, okay, was on BuzzFeed. This particular post was probably on a news article related to music, because they're talking about bands that probably wouldn't exist without Led Zeppelin. Okay, so for Spotify, you using native advertising allows them to put their ad next to content related to their ad. Here you can see another BuzzFeed article. Okay, 11 great Amazon deals that will be music to your ears if you're an audiophile. Here you can see an advertisement next to the article. So you can see the ad about Led Zeppelin, and here you can see the actual article is about music. So the whole point about native advertising is making sure there's a connection between the ad and the article. So Spotify is advertising, okay, their product and service on an article on BuzzFeed, which happens to be about music. So a good example, we used BuzzFeed just a second ago. So if we go to BuzzFeed, here you can see I'm on TV and movies, and here you can see got an ad here. If we scroll down, keep scrolling down, we can see another ad here for HBO. And so this ad makes sense because it's placed on TVs and movies. So people who go and read the content are going to see an ad related to that content. So that's generally what native advertising is. You need to be able to place the ad on the right pages. Okay, so you're going to need an ad network for that. So we talked about paid search advertising. We talked about Google Ads. So Google Ads has the ability to place your ad natively on particular pages that are relevant to that ad. So that's really what native advertising is all about, making sure that your ad is placed next to content that's naturally relevant. So if you need more information about affiliate marketing, feel free to visit Simply Learn's YouTube channel. We have a nice in-depth video about affiliate marketing so you can get more information about the platforms, how it works, and all the tips and best practices about how to run a successful affiliate marketing campaign. So let's turn our attention to email marketing now. So email marketing, very traditional form of digital marketing. It's been around the longest. It's kind of the grandfather of all digital marketing channels. So email marketing really is used to personalize emails in order to convert that recipient or that prospective user into a customer. And so like all the other digital marketing channels, we want to follow some type of flow or process or methodology. And the first step in email marketing is you have to identify your target audience. Okay, when you identify your target audience, you're going to create a segment. Okay, so in other words, you don't want to send one email to everyone because not everyone is going to be interested in that email. So in order to get somebody interested, you need to be able to send an email tailored to that audience. Okay, so that audience can respond and react accordingly. So once you target that audience and create segments, email segments, you're going to create the campaign and set up an appropriate call to action. One note here is when you create the campaign and set up that appropriate call to action, that call to action is going to be aligned with your goal. So what is the goal of the email campaign? Is it simply to get people to click on something and purchase? Or is it simply to get people to click on something and sign up or watch something or submit some information or download or whatever the case? You need to establish that up front just like you would with a search engine marketing campaign or any other type of campaign you want to run. So there are lots of tools out there. Just like with affiliate marketing, you want to choose an appropriate email marketing tool. There are plenty to be had, each work in a very similar nature. Some offer different pricing models, meaning, you can send an email to X recipients for a flat fee, or you pay a small amount per email address. Each one is slightly different in terms of how they price, but in terms of the features, they all work in a very similar fashion. And we're going to show you an example of one here shortly. So when you choose that email marketing tool, you're going to test your emails before you send them out. And then when you test your emails, you're going to use that email marketing tool to actually send the campaign after it's been tested. Okay, so you want to send the campaign, you can immediately send them out or you can schedule them. Now, a best practice with an email is when you actually send one out, you're sending an email out to your target audience, you want to create probably 2 emails per segmented audience. Why? Because you want to add an attractive subject line and copy to the email. But if you send 2 emails to the same target audience, then you want to test the subject lines. You want to be able to see what subject line is going to entice somebody to open the email. Okay, that's the beauty of email marketing, is you can do that. Okay, so you can set up a design based on your target audience, but it's always the subject line that people see first. So you want to write an attractive subject line and copy that's going to entice somebody to open the email. So why not send 2 emails to each target audience? That way you can see what email subject line works best. So that's the whole idea about performing A/B tests to test out different ideas. It doesn't necessarily have to be a subject line. It can be the same subject line, 2 emails, but the difference being the body of the email. It's totally up to you, but the idea here is to always split out your emails per target audience. And just like any other channel, whether it be affiliate or search engine marketing or organic search, you want to analyze performance. And in the case of emails, it's always about open rates. How many people are opening? Then how many people are clicking? And then how many people are actually responding? Are they converting or downloading or whatever it is you want them to do? You need to be able to monitor the behavior because, for example, if your open rates don't work, or they're low, then you know something's wrong with your subject line. So you want to be able to make an adjustment. So here's an example of an email from Airbnb. It's a simple email, okay? They're just simply trying to get somebody to click on that call to action to take the survey. Okay, that's really all it's about here with this particular email. So who's their target audience? Well, their target audience could be somebody who's already stayed at a Airbnb property. Or it could be somebody who used the app. Probably Airbnb has already targeted this audience and they're sending this survey to a particular audience so that they can get the best results. Okay, so that's a good example of a targeted email with a good call to action that's getting somebody to take the survey. So they're probably measuring how many people opened it, how many people clicked on the CTA, the call to action, and then how many people actually filled out the survey. So you need to follow each step and track each step accordingly. Okay, so again, some popular tools used in email marketing. Let's take a look at MailChimp here. But I will mention like Marketo is a good marketing automation tool. Now owned by Adobe, Marketo allows you to send those drip campaigns. So if somebody doesn't purchase right away, you can send up follow-up emails, like say 1 day out or 7 days out or 14 days out. So HubSpot works in a very similar fashion. You want to be able to methodically plan out your emails. That's the point I'm trying to make here. So let's take a look at MailChimp. So if we go over into MailChimp, very easy interface. Okay, here, if we go under audience, we can actually see who our audience is, and we can break out our audience into different groups. You can have a simple test list. You can have people who purchase, people who subscribe to something. Okay, so you can break out your audience into different groups. Okay, when it comes to campaigns, you can see campaigns that are already been built, or you can create your own campaign. Okay, so in the case of MailChimp, we can actually see what campaigns have been dropped or sent out already, and then we could see the opens, the clicks, and then the conversions. So MailChimp has some nice reporting, so you want to be able to measure the reports or how well the campaign performed. So here we can see specifically how many people opened, clicked, how many people bounced or email addresses bounced, and how many people unsubscribed from the list. And here we can see, the top links that have been clicked, okay, the subscribers with the most opens. Did anybody perform any social media activity? Okay, what locations opened the email? Okay, so you can actually see a lot of good information here right in MailChimp, and you want to be able to react to the emails you send out. So if an email is not performing, okay, you want to learn from that so you don't make the same mistake again. The great thing I like about MailChimp too, they have a lot of nice templates to use. So if you're trying to create a template, here you got some templates that you can leverage. So that's MailChimp kind of in a nutshell. MailChimp, you could pay up front, buy credits, and with those credits, you could send out emails to a number of people. Okay, so that's how MailChimp works. They do have a free trial, so you can set up an account using the free trial. Now, if you need any more information about MailChimp or email marketing in general, take a look at the email marketing webinar we have set up on our Simply Learn YouTube account. Now, let's finish up with online PR or press releases. So we talked about SEO and social and search and affiliate and email marketing and content native advertising. Let's talk about online PR here, because with online PR, it really does involve working with digital publications or blogs or other content-related websites. For example, content-related websites could be digital newspaper sites like the New York Times. Okay, the whole point of online PR is you want to try and get some publicity on those websites. Publicity means awareness for the brand, it means traffic to the website, and eventually some loyalty, future customers, and conversion. Channels that can be used to maximize your online PR efforts. For example, you can connect with reporters on social media to develop a relationship. So you can just follow some reporters, see if they're covering specific industries or verticals, and if they are similar to what you're offering, then it's probably a good idea to reach out to them. You can use engaging user reviews to help humanize your brand, or you can respond to comments that help generate productive conversations. So those are all certain things you can do to generate awareness and buzz for your brand. So really the one thing I want to point out about online PR is basically you can also hire a PR firm and they can do some of the heavy lifting for you. Or like I said, you can reach out to different reporters or different influencers even to help push your product or brand. Now, if you're trying to go at it alone on the online PR, what you could do if you don't reach out to reporters or influencers, or you're active in trying to build your brand through conversation, you can always use a third-party service like PR.com. So PR.com allows you to, basically create your own profile, submit content to your own profile, or even submit press releases. If you submit press releases, then other news agencies are going to pick up on those press releases. So it's a good way to get your press releases out there. Likes of Yahoo and Google might pick up those press releases and give you some, much needed visibility. You can also use other tools like, PR Newswire, for example. So it works in a very similar way. Again, it's a press release distribution network. So you can go ahead and sign up for an account, get that press release out there, and they do the distribution for you. Or you can also use aggregation sites. So there are lots of different aggregate sites out there. And so what aggregate websites do is they help disseminate and distribute your content. So here you can see some of the new aggregator websites of 2019. You got Feedly, Panda, TechMeme, Metacritic, eScience News, The Morning News. So you have a lot of options available to get your content out there. Okay, so what these sites do is basically pick up articles that fit their website, fit their theme, fit their target audience. So you do have options in the form of third-party tools as well. Okay, so if you don't hire a PR firm, which could be expensive, you can certainly go at it alone by signing up for any one of these particular products or services. Today, we're going to talk about digital marketing tools. So fasten your seatbelts and let's get started. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at some of the best digital marketing tools for not only 2019, but ones that have performed well in the past, that are popular, and ones that we foresee as being the go-to tools for the future. So past, present, and future digital marketing tools is the way to look at this, with a good focus on a lot of different marketing channels here. So we're going to focus first on SEO, talk about some of the tools related to on-page and off-page. We're going to switch over to paid search, talk a little bit about paid search tools. We're going to talk about email marketing and some of the email marketing platforms and the tools within those platforms. The center of it all is web analytics. So Google Analytics is the tool we'll be taking a closer look at in today's webinar and all that it has to offer. Okay, affiliate marketing. We'll talk about some of the tools available to you for affiliate marketing. We'd be remiss if we didn't talk about social media and all that it has to offer and all the metrics and tools available, all the platforms available. So we'll hone in on a couple of examples there. And then we'll also talk about some competition tools available for you. So there's a whole suite of tools. The one caveat being, hey, if you have your favorite tool, continue using it. In fact, if there's a tool that we didn't mention in today's webinar, feel free to mention it in the comment box below this video. We'd love to hear what you're using to manage your particular digital marketing channel. Okay, and so the goal for today's webinar is, hey, we hope you get something out of this in terms of using new tools. There's some tools that I use, some tools that my colleagues use. Everybody uses different tools, so it'd be good to kind of see what else is out there. So if you have something to share, share it. By all means, what we're trying to do is share what we think are, best practices and some of the most popular or most used tools out there in the industry. So that's what we're going to do. The goal is to get you to better understand some of the tools we're using in a little bit more detail. And what we're going to do is start out with search engine optimization. Okay, so search engine optimization or organic search. We have a mixture of paid and free. So there's a lot of different platforms, but if you're focusing on SEO, you certainly need to use an SEO platform. So there's SEMrush. Okay, you also have Google Search Console, which is free. So if you don't have a SEO platform, you definitely need to be using Google Search Console. And so we'll take a closer look at that. There's Google Keyword Planner, which is actually situated under Google Ads. And so if you're running Google campaigns on Google Search Network or even the display network, you have access to a great tool called Keyword Planner. And if you know anything about SEO, you'll know that using Google's Keyword Planner is a good tool. So we'll take a look at that. Moz is a freemium tool, meaning they have a free trial that you can sign up for to test drive it, but it's another SEO platform and it does cost money. Got a great tool in Screaming Frog. That's a paid version. Again, not too expensive. We'll talk a little bit more about that. And then we have, a tool in Ahrefs that help us with all aspects of SEO, primarily focusing on off-page. So these are just some examples that we're going to hone in on, but this is just a small subset of what really is available out there in the market. So let's go ahead and dive a little bit deeper and understand why we use some of these tools. Well, the first reason when we talk about SEO is to find relevant keywords. Not only do we want to find relevant keywords, we want to find relevant keywords with high volume and low competition. Okay, we wouldn't want to find non-relevant keywords with high competition, low volume. That wouldn't make sense. So we need a tool to kind of help us put it all together. And so the tool of choice for us is Google's Keyword Planner. And Google's Keyword Planner helps us hone in on keywords we may be interested in optimizing for, because not only one, are they relevant, but two, they're going to have high volume and low competition. So let's take a look at an example in Google's Keyword Planner. So here I am, I'm in Google's Keyword Planner, and as I mentioned before, Google's Keyword Planner is situated under Google Ads. Okay, so you have to have a Google Ads account to use Google's Keyword Planner. And so when you're in Google Ads, you simply go to Tools, and then under Tools, you're going to select Keyword Planner. So what we want to do is look for keywords. We're focusing on organic search, not necessarily paid search. So organic search, we want to hone in on some keywords. So let's just use one of the examples that Google's given us here, meal delivery. So we're going to just type in meal delivery and get some results. So notice I can enter a domain as a filter. And so in other words, hey, I could say, look, hone in on keywords related to this website if I wanted to. But I'm asking Google, hey, just give me something closely related to meal delivery because that's my business. So I'm going to click Get Results. notice I can add another keyword if I wanted to, but I'm just going to stick with one keyword. But there are certainly other keywords that I can certainly hone in on if mail delivery is my business. And so let's just hone in on that one keyword, mail delivery. We want to be found organically for that keyword. So what Google Keyword Planner does is not only give us the keyword and other keywords relevant to that, but it gives us the average monthly search volumes. And this is an average over the course of the last 12 months. And notice here, I get a column for competition. So I'm able to see whether that's a very competitive keyword or not. And then just to give you an extra edge when you're choosing keywords, you can get a sense of what the keyword may cost if you wanted to bid on that for paid search. So for mail delivery, I can see it's anywhere between $7.46 and at the top of the page, high range, $16.61. So that should alert me to the fact that, hey, if I'm going to try and optimize for this keyword, I know it's competitive because not only Google is telling me it's competitive by telling me high competition, but I know that the cost per click seems a little bit high. And what is a little bit high? Well, I can see some other keywords here that, $1 to $3. Okay, I could see some other ones that are even lower than the $7 they're suggesting. So that's an indication